What is up, YouTube, Soul Tribe family, collective? Welcome back to the channel where the goal is to become more balanced within. My name is Jaman and I am solely known. Please take only what messages resonate, leave the rest behind. Remember that this is a general reading, so not every message may resonate, and also that these messages are not to tell you how to live your life, but only to give you any confirmations that you already know at this time that you just might need to hear. With that being said, please like, comment, share, subscribe if you enjoy the messages or they resonate and you enjoy the vibe. And with that, we'll just get right into it. Call on the Holy Spirit, the archangels, the loving ancestors, loving spirit guides, loving interdimensional beings, and the loving cosmic starseed family of the highest Wali the Divine. I ask for you to help me to channel these messages clearly, concisely, truthfully, and honestly, to help each viewer who is watching to receive the information that they need at this time to help them to further progress along their journey to their soul and spiritual path's greatest and highest good. You may want to look up any numbers I get mentioned during this reading as angel numbers to get further confirmations for you. 121 on the clock. But other than that, get right into it. I'm going to be starting off with the Elemental Oracle. Get your shuffle real quick. Hope you're all having a great day. Hope you're feeling loved. Hope you're feeling blessed. Hope you've been able to get outside today, get some fresh air, connect with nature, plants, animals, all the synchronicities that the universe, source, God has to offer for us. Get you one more shuffle and get going. Alright. So what would you like for the collective to know today? Alrighty, we have card number 2, Adventure, South. We have card number 10, Fury, Bushfires. Looks like we got 2 more. Doing 4 today rather than 3. We got card number 7, Darkness, Moon. Then we've got card number 41, Discipline and Time. Alrighty. So for some, right off the bat, I'm getting kind of a heavy energy that you're working through for some of you. For some of you, you've just finished working through it. It's definitely been a ride. For some of you, this could be the process of moving from your south nodes into your north node more. I'm getting a sense of frustration for some, possibly. With the Fury card, Bushfires, and the Darkness Moon card. Things might be feeling tumultuous for some. Or like things are being burned away in different like parts of life. Or like even within, things coming up from the subconscious with the Moon card. Things from the darkness being brought to light to be healed and released or alchemized, transmuted. It's just a process of time that it takes. Numbers 2, 10, 7, and 41 could be significant, as well as 5 and 1. It could be any of your life paths. I'm getting balanced though through the process of cycles closing and beginning. Could be like a transitionary period for some, in which case, it takes time. But eventually, through the darkness where things might have been veiled or not known, unconscious to you, like that sunlight comes. 5:45 on the clock. I'm getting transformation, transitions within foundations. Through this process, though, some of you are being granted keys to unlock new doors. As old doors close, new doors open. Getting a light is being shown on something for some of you, where things might have been hidden or in the darkness. This could be in regards to work for some of you. 10th house. I'm getting those things are brought up to the surface or just brought to light within your lives. As things are purified, like the heavier energy is burned away, transmuted and alchemized and released, that you're going to gain new insight on why certain things had to happen the way they have, as well as what's coming ahead. I'm kind of getting a high priestess energy from this darkness moon card. Some of you could be also tapping into like new knowledge, occult knowledge, esoteric knowledge, new keys of wisdom. It's going to help to like recenter or refocus the direction of like the inner compass. I'm getting for some of you, this is a time of blooming. And you're about to come into a golden harvest. I'm looking at this tree here, and it has like orbs of light. So you could be seeing orbs, letting you know that your spiritual team is around you. But I'm looking at the orbs that are in this tree, and it looks like fruit, golden fruit that's taken time to ripen, to be ready for harvest. I'm getting the path home. Some of you could be musicians. You could be on, or like just a platform, something where you are like a talks person, where you just use your voice. Your voice is heard by many people. The person in this card is like in a dress, and they're holding a microphone on a stand in their hand. Again, with the lights being shown on something, for some of you, this is you. Like for some of you, you may be in like an entertainment industry. Like a performer of some type. It doesn't have to be, just take where it resonates. Could just be on like a platform of some sort. With these fruits on this tree, these orbs, like this could be divine inheritance for some of you as well. But I'm getting that this is new opportunities for growth with all these keys. Could be seeing 1010 a lot at this time. I'm looking at the clocks here. It seems like there's at least two of them that say 1010. So again, major cycles closing, which again, this could be like a transitionary in between time for some of you. 11 minutes on the dot on the clock. 1100. So looking at the two clocks here, we have 1010, 1010, 10. So that's 5 10s. Major, and again, 5 also a number of transformation, like major transformations happening. For some, just for like the in between time, well, I'm looking at the word south, it could feel like things are going south, but like it's just a in between, like a transitionary mode where again that compass is being recentered or refocused for some of you. I'm getting blooming through the impossible. Like this tree here is floating in the air. The roots aren't anchored to the ground or anything, but in the background there is water. So for some, through this transitionary time, if this is what you're going through or what you just came out of, it could have felt like you were kind of out of your element. Again, with the keys and wisdom and knowledge and stuff, I'm getting spiritual sustenance. Looks like there's some fog in the background. Things could have been foggy. Or like there is a veil over your eyes or something like that. The moon card and the hair covering the eyes. I'm getting something is being exposed though. Like the person on this moon card is naked and they're covering themselves up, but they're in their like naked truth, like getting down to the bare bones of something. Again, this could be different paradigms or beliefs or limitations, like mental restrictions, things like that being burned away. And for some, it could be like a frustrating time period that you were going through or that you may feel like you're in right now, just because it's challenging, like the way things were in one's life, the way one used to see things, in a sense. Some of you could be tapping more into your roots, your heritage. Somebody could be from Australia. I'm looking at the kangaroos on this card. You may want to look up the spiritual meaning of the kangaroo, as well as the koala. Somebody could do nails for a living. You just got your nails done. I'm just looking at the person holding the card there, and then I'm seeing the fingernails. Somebody could have had a house fire before. I'm not trying to put that energy out there, but I'm just picking up on what I'm getting. I'm looking at the photograph here where it's on fire. Yeah, I don't wish that on anybody, but that's something that somebody could have gone through in the past before. Didn't have to be anything major necessarily, but I'm picking up that energy. I'm also getting like purifying the family tree, like the roots, maybe traditions for some. Burning away the old cycles for these new roots, which may seem like it's brand new or unlikely to take root, but for this new growth to bloom, healthier cycles. This is breaking generational curses for some as well, which, that's definitely not an easy thing to do, which is why it could feel like definitely an adventure within itself. But like sometimes things might feel like they're going south or the opposite of how you feel like they're going, because you're doing something that's never been done before for your family, for your bloodlines. You are creating a new standard for yourself, for your family, if you have family. If not, if you're just single, just for yourself. But if you like plan to have kids in the future, like this is new traditions or something of that nature, new roots, new ways to do things for some of you as well. Some of you could have gone through some conflict with other people, or maybe there's other people who had conflict with you, in which things, either on both sides maybe, or just one side, if someone detached themselves and went into like this disciplined mode and took a step back, like where there could have been some frustration involved. All the same though, I'm getting everything is happening in alignment and it's divine timing. In which case, again, the best thing you can do, or that you did do, was allow for the process to unfold and be disciplined. Because again, that's giving you new keys as well, new keys of knowledge integrated from past cycles. And again, I'm getting the stars are aligning for you and the divine is shining upon you. For some, I'm getting the divine is shielding you from some things in which you are unaware of, but you might be able to like pick up on it in your energetic field. I'm looking at the umbrella on this card. I'm getting that through, if you are still going through this, or like you came out of this already, that the divine had a watchful eye on you the whole time. You're always guarded and protected. Again, so if you are dealing with conflict with other people or individuals, to again just be disciplined, to take that step back, or just to keep moving throughout your life, but not to pay mind to it, like turn a blind eye to it, cover your eyes in a sense, like the hair is covering her eyes and she's standing in her truth. Again, some of you definitely might be picking up on something of that nature because the moon is in her hair, like that intuition. But again, I'm getting that throughout whatever this is that's going on, maybe for some of you, that you are protected and you're watched over. So try not to worry too much about it. I know that's easier said than done sometimes, but through allowing for what needs to be burned away to be burned away, that creates a renewal of energy. Like, it's like, it's unfortunate, but like when there's a fire sometimes, like eventually it brings a new life, new growth. It's like when they do controlled fire burnings to like burn away the dead grass and things like that so that the healthy grass can grow. And this is the same thing as for some, if this is a dark night of the soul, or just things resurfacing with Mercury retrograde. It's just so things can be purified, released, or integrated, but to give you a refreshened energy as well and a fresh look on things. And given time, the light shines through the darkness. The sun always rises again. Everything happens in phases, just like the moon goes through its phases, waxing and waning, new moon, full moon. Like everything happens in the cycles of time. Again, nothing blooms year round. Like there's a season for everything. There's a time to be awake, there's a time to rest, there's a time to bloom, there's a time to plant seeds, there's a time to nurture and water those seeds. And even again, sometimes there's a time to let things burn away so that healthier things can grow. Some of you could know or like be into animism, or for some of you that might be something you might want to look into. Basically, like everything in the universe, everything in the world, this carpet, like the shoes, the food, the animals, us, like there's that universal God creator source within all of us. 2222 on the clock, and this is card number 2 in my hand. So again, major transitions, that's 5 2s, but major transitions which are being balanced and bringing balance. Just try and remain as grounded as possible through everything, really, but also to allow yourself to feel so that that can be healed and released. Try and have time for stillness. Like, this world we live in, a lot of times it's designed to keep us jumping from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. But that doesn't give the time necessary at times to recuperate, to rest, to go within, to listen to spirit. Again, for some of you, you are being shielded and protected from something by the divine. For some of you, you are going through an energetic shift, especially with the solstice we just had. Things are shifting. You can feel it on the wind. You can hear it in the wind if you listen. Some of you may connect deeply with trees. And if you pay attention, like you can get messages from them, you can understand them. It's like being out in the open and hearing the wind that's blowing around, but it's not blowing the leaves in another tree that could be right next to it, but it's just blowing the leaves in one tree, maybe that's directly in front of you, or not even necessarily in front of you, but the same wind is blowing through the air, but it's only affecting one tree. It's something like that. Like some of you might connect with trees and be able to receive a message from said tree or from animals as well. Getting again, nature as well has keys of higher wisdom and knowledge for you to attain. If you're not already tapped in with nature like that. I'm looking at the key here on attached to this tree, but it has a wing, like a pair of wings on it. And then another tree or another key has like a crown on top. Keys to higher knowledge. I'm also kind of seeing the infinity symbol. And again, the golden fruit on this tree, infinite abundance, lies within. Getting stargazing might be beneficial for some. To just look up at the sky, see what messages you can find, or hear in the wind. If you hear a certain bird or just animals in general and you know what it is, maybe to look up the spiritual symbolism for that animal. Could have a message for you. Could be a guide that's entered into your life. Some of its characteristics might be something that you might want to incorporate and that it's asking you to, that might help you through whatever you're going through, have already gone through, or what may come ahead. Not that it's all going to be heavy, because again, this last card here, discipline, time, like the light is shining. The golden fruit is on this tree. Some of you might I don't know, like be able to read fire, like fire gazing. I can't think of the word for it. But like you might be able to go into like a trance state, looking at flames, and be able to get messages from that. Same thing with water for some of you. There's water in the background of this discipline time card. This person's on like a cliff that overlooks water. So again, with the keys, with the wings, and then the crown, like the keys to higher knowledge again. But just in general, like this is reaching a new peak for some of you. Like you're going into a time where you're going to be at a new peak. So if you've been in this like more transitionary period where you feel like things have been at a plateau, like you're getting ready to enter into a new peak time. Again, everything in cycles. Now I'm being, enjoy the adventure, enjoy the ride. You may have been focusing on, or you may want to focus on the heart chakra, the root chakra, the third eye and throat chakra, as well as the crown chakra, as well as the sacral chakra with this fire energy, but the solar plexus as well. Just being as balanced and grounded again as possible to allow for everything to flow more smoothly. All right, I'm going to get into the transition now. I'm getting for some, time doesn't necessarily always heal all wounds, but that with time, the pain diminishes, the wound closes up more and more until you find yourself thinking about it less and less. It might still resurface every once in a while, especially with like Mercury retrogrades and things like that, or just different circumstances in life. But 3113 was just on the clock. May want to look up that number. But just over time, as you allow yourself to feel, allow oneself to feel and to release as things come up, to heal what needs to be healed, as things surface to release, that they diminish over time, even if it never completely goes away. We've got ascent on the split here, reaching that new peak. All right. So we got for the transformation here. Got card number 7, Resurrection. Again, a renewal period for some. Like, this is renewal of energy, a renewal of mind. Perspective. Seeing things from a new perspective. That, again, I was talking about that with the bushfires card. This is card number 5 of the fire element. But maybe old perspectives, paradigms, beliefs, or like limitations of things like that are being reevaluated by some of you at this time, or you've gone through this process, which is what has led to this resurrection, to you climbing and reaching into this new peak time period and gaining new perspective on things. For some, this is reconnecting with one's inner child more, or with your own children if you have children. With the holidays, this could be a time where a lot of you are doing that. You're reconnecting with family more if you work a lot. Just come Christmas and whatnot, or whatever holidays it is that you 33 on the clock, that you celebrate, if you celebrate any holidays. I'm not saying everybody does, but could be reconnecting with just family in general, but seeing things from a new perspective, lighter energy. There's a rainbow here in the background. And there's also a ray of light that is shining on this magnifying glass. So again, some of you could be investigating or researching new knowledge, or this is information that is being brought to you from this darkness moon card, like that is now being brought to you with this discipline time card. Like the time has come where things that were hidden by the moon energy are being shown upon with the light from the sun in this time card on that magnifying glass. Things being brought to light. And then we got 2 more cards again as well. I was only going to do 1 more. But card number 7 of the fire element, Quickening. It was just 34:43 on the clock when I was saying that. You may want to look that card or that number up. And then we've got card number 4 of the fire element as well. So again, major things being transformed, alchemized by some, which is causing a quickening of this process as you go through reflection. Again, some of you may want to focus on heart chakra activations and meditations if you aren't already or you don't currently do so. But again, this is like seeing the truth of oneself. This darkness card, the moon card, and the person is like covering themselves up with standing in their naked truth. Now this is like looking at oneself for some, like going through that reflection mode. Or this is what is allowed for you to move into this energy where you are reaching this renewed energy, this new peak in maybe in energy or just in whatever it is that you're going through in life or working on. I'm seeing clouds in the background. It's like, but the clouds aren't in front of this person's face. Like the cloud or the hair is covering the person's face in the darkness moon card. So like maybe something was hidden from some of yourselves, maybe about different people. Doesn't necessarily have to be about yourself, but like I'm saying, this also is taking off the rose-colored glasses, seeing things clearly. Also self-love, appreciating who you are in this moment, what you've been through, where you've come from, and how far you've grown through this whole journey. Again, we got the bushfires with the trees on fire, and then we've got the time card with new trees, new fruit, the sun shining through the branches, keys attached to this all over this tree here. At the quickening, I'm getting like those keys are bringing these puzzle pieces into place. And even in this resurrection card, the person is like on a lake. So water, like moon energy, like the subconscious. And this person though is on this rock. So again, also like a sturdy foundation. It's creating a sturdier internal foundation within for as well for some of you, like this process has. But again, I'm seeing like that's where what it might have felt like, where it's like you were at a different place, like maybe on a flat rock, like the plateau kind of. But in the card right next to it, the person is on the top of the like cliff, the a new peak, and even in the background there we have mountains, we have trees, growth. Something could be significant about Colorado for some of you. You may live there. Some of you are going through light body activations. Your spiritual team is helping you to do so. Some of you, again, if you felt like things were maybe going south in a sense, like more and more rapidly, things are going to be recentered and refocused as you're moving ahead through this process. If you haven't already come out of it, where things are going to feel like you're more into that north node, where the clouds have parted, where things are a little more joyous, more lighthearted. Now I'm looking at again, I said in the first card or the moon card maybe it was like, yo, the stars are shining upon you, And with like things coming into a more joyous time period for some, it's like there is a smile here in the water of stars, like an eye there, an eye there, and then like a little smile right there. Like a message from the divine. This is card number 7 as well. And I'm pretty sure I did say with card number 7 with the darkness, the moon, I think. But that card as well, like just know that things are going to pick up. We do have 7 out here 3 times, 777. Just like a lucky number. It's gonna feel like maybe in a sense like you hit the jackpot for some of you. I don't know how that'll resonate for each, but like that energy's out here. We also have 55. All right. I think it's time to get into the tarot now. Some of you could be going back to school after this winter break, like starting a new semester, like, well, of course, a new semester, but like enrolling into school to go back to gain new knowledge. I'm getting something about waves. Riding the waves of life. Like the smaller the wave, like it's maybe a little less tumultuous highs and lows, but in like this, the back of this card here, the bigger the waves, 4222 on the clock. Also, like, you know, sometimes the lows might feel really low, but those highs, like the next peaks, like it's the swing of the pendulum. It's all part of the adventure. We've got Judgment here on the split and the Ten of Cups. Alrighty. Is there anything in tarot to help clarify this a little bit more? Got the Ten of Swords starting first again, so you know, major endings with the Fury card here. For some, it could have been painful. Could be, again, we're talking about wounds and everything like that. You know, sometimes time doesn't necessarily heal all wounds, but over time, like the pain diminishes. Like the distance between like how often you think about things grows a little bit more. 43 on the clock. But the fact that this card came out first, like that just signifies that like, yo, a cycle has closed. It is closing, which means, you know, that next cycle, that new door is opening. 44 on the dot on the clock. 4400 could be significant. 444, the reflection card, is also card number 4. But this is, again, like even the low periods, like they don't last forever unless we get trapped in the mindset that they do. And then that's like when things just like you just keep repeating those thoughts in your mind over and over again. But with this, also with this Fury Bushfire card, I'm seeing like, yo, things being burned away, released, and then with through that darkness, like that in between 44 on the clock, but through that in between transitionary time, there is the time afterwards through the time of discipline, through that period where that new growth happens, seeing things from a new perspective, like the fruits of the next harvest. And with that 4444, then we also have card number 4. So that's 5 4s. Like major transitions, maybe for some that you've gone through, but it had like the opportunity is there if you haven't already like stepped into that mindset, or like you already have created a more structured internal foundation through the process, like receiving those new pieces, new knowledge, new perspectives on how you see things. So like the Ten of Swords, like after the Ten of Swords, like there's no more swords that can be added to the situation there. Like it's done. It's like it's healing. It's healing. Time for healing. And we've got the King of Pentacles. So again, I did say the 10th house earlier, so this could, for some, have been regards to business or something of that nature. One, security in a sense, and I'm not trying to put that energy out there to wish anybody to go through that. But again, after one period, like a low, like there's a potential for that new high, a new peak. Like, and with this time card, the discipline card I was talking about, the golden harvest, like infinite abundance, like a new time to create more abundance. And even there's like the King of Pentacles is like a disciplined card, like a structured, grounded person within their abundance materially. Like they have enough to share, but everything comes from discipline, from allowing the cycles to move in the time that they're divinely guided to do so, but to stay grounded throughout it all. Because again, it's just going to give more fruits of wisdom to build something more, even more strongly. But for some of you, so you could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in a situation of some sort like that, where there was an ending. Anything else? What else? Page of Pentacles. Again, something new manifesting, a new opportunity, could be financially, or just like through that ending, through seeing things in a new perspective, gaining new information, new resources from within or maybe from outside to see things from a new perspective, to develop something. Maybe this helped to develop a new skill for some of you. Again, could be refining a skill, like a spiritual skill, or going back to school to gain a new skill for some, developing something. Even on this card, it's like you're talking about the a time to rest, a time to plant, a time to harvest. It's like this person is holding this new pinnacle here, and there's fields in the background, but all around them there is green, lush life. So anything that was burned away or may have felt like that for some, if that's what anybody was going through or resonates with, like it helps to create new life, like more fertile soil for new growth. Some of you could be getting ready to receive an opportunity that'll create and lead to that King of Pentacles energy, whether it be masculine or feminine. Just something where you're going to have a lot of abundance. Oh, you got the Emperor. 4949 on the clock. You may want to look up that angel number. For some of you, this could be, I'm getting a lot about like business energy, but I could have gone through an ending in some regards in regards to business or entrepreneurship or maybe job or something like that. But there's, and again, it didn't have to be anything catastrophic, so let's not even look at it like that. But like through something, like there is the potential for a new opportunity that's going to manifest, or even this could just be you taking a pinnacle that you've been saving to invest into something in which you are going to start, like maybe a new side hustle or a new side gig or a new entrepreneur like adventure of your own, something in which you may be a boss, masculine or feminine. Again, like for the feminines watching, like I'm just getting, you are in a very structured energy right now. Like you're the boss woman. Like that's all. Like you are an authority in whatever you do. Again, for somebody, it could be something to do with nails, or like with beautician, like the beautician field, maybe hair. I'm looking at the moon card now, or even again, like something in the entertainment industry. I'm really picking up on like the beautician like side of things though, like so hair, nails, eyebrows, things like that. Because I'm even looking at the woman now who is looking into the mirror. So like makeup maybe for some of you. For some of you, this may be something that you may want to get into, or you like went to school for cosmetology. I'm just getting ultimately from discipline, being very structured within yourselves, having a strong sense of inner control, stability. I'm also getting a lot of respect. A lot of respect, especially if there's been people who are watching, maybe like from say if you were at a job or something where maybe you didn't get a raise or the promotion that you're looking for, and like your boss knows that you really wanted that, but like something about the way that you've conducted yourself or still like outdone yourself in your field or whatever it is that you do, even if it's just being a stay-at-home parent. Like yo, you are very well respected by your significant other. Getting a renewed sense of focus with that perspective card and the Emperor card. Could be dealing with an Aries, or you could be an Aries. We've got the Two of Swords. So it could have been a difficult decision in which something had to have been made. For some, it could have been detaching from people. It could have been leaving a job, maybe. Could have been taking a risk to start your own business, in which maybe, it maybe felt like things could have been going south, but again, this is leading to a new peak, or it will, or it already has. But, I'm getting that it just in general, like there's different aspects for each person will resonate differently, but like there's something maybe in which you had to like, weigh options. But also I'm getting like just going within to find like that sense of balance. Finding the balance within. Again, this person is sitting in front of water with rocks coming out of it. Like finding, also being emotionally stable. Again, for some of you, there could have been different situations in which you weren't completely aware of it necessarily per se, possibly, but like you can, like your intuition, your energetic field, you're picking up on it. Like the two swords, the eyes are blindfolded, but the person sitting in front of water, which is emotions, has to do with like intuition. On the darkness card, the eyes are covered, but this person has the moon in their hair. strong intuitions. Now we've got the Queen of Pentacles. It kind of just fell out of my hand. I don't know if I should take it. We're going to talk about it, but put it back in. For some of you, this could be like a powerful, some of you could be coming into a partnership in which the two of you are going to create a lot of abundance and wealth together, a lot of stability, structure. We've got the King of Pentacles now, we've got the Emperor card, which is like boss energy, and then we've got the Queen of Pentacles, who is also, could be a working parent. So again, like if you're a working parent and you have like maybe a significant other who stays at home or something like that, or even still, or if you're the person who stays at home and your other significant other like works, like you are appreciated and valued because you bring structure to the home. Like you are the rock of the home in a sense. You don't have to be the main financial provider to be a sturdy rock. Like this is nurturing as well. This is nurturing an idea for some of you. Something that's going to bring great benefits and like fruits of your labor. Again, that golden harvest, this card's coming out underneath the discipline time card, which has the tree with all these orbs of light in it. For some of you, this could be a spiritual business. But again, you've got the Page of Pentacles there, and then the field of life trees all around there afterwards. And then again, some of you could have had to make the decision to, in something maybe regards to work or something of that nature, but whatever it is, like the potential for it to bloom is like something beautiful. I'm looking at all the flowers around the edge of the border of this card. Even on the crowns, there's flowers. Like this is blooming of the mind as well. Growth within the mind from new perspectives. Again, a lot of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Aries energy as well. Very structured energy. Yo, I'm just getting a lot for like this is a lot of 10th house energy, like this reading. Some of it for some of you, it'll resonate differently for everybody, but like this is centered a lot around like 10th house. Not a Capricorn energy. Again, though, some of you, you're like leaders, pioneers, visionaries in your field or whatever it is that you do. You have a lot of great ideas, a lot of skills that could be developed, a lot of ambition, a lot of drive, a lot of focus, discipline. And if not, through the art of discipline, these are things that could be cultivated. All right. Got the Two of Wands. Again, for some of you, this is talking about making new plans to start maybe a business venture, things like that, or maybe making the decision to leave a job, to go into work for yourself, or to find something that's more fitting for you. Could be something in spirituality for some of you as well. New discoveries, though. This person has the world in their hand, and they're looking out over the horizon, kind of gazing at the sea, over all these mountains, all this other growth, to see like what is the plan, like what are you going to do? Some of you, this could be traveling somewhere, maybe changing locations for work. I'm looking at this wand here that is standing alone, number one, but it's like something is done. Now you're holding on to this other wand with the world in your hand, like how do you want to grow next? A decision to be made for some. Alright, we've got the Eight of Swords. So we were talking about that earlier, kind of like with the Fury, the Bushfires card, talking about burning away negative, like self-talk or limiting beliefs or restrictions, like old paradigms, things of that nature. Things that might be causing one to feel trapped in a situation, maybe for some, or just to feel like, you can't maybe necessarily, like, not necessarily move in the, no, like, yeah, maybe that you can't move in the direction that you want to. It's coming out right next to the Two of Wands. Maybe there's a plan or decision, something that you want to do to progress along, but you feel like you can't. And so that'll resonate differently for each person. But then we have the Two of Cups. So again, we were talking about that earlier, like it could be a new partnership for some. Like some of you might have, like this could be in regards to a current relationship, something in which, maybe someone could be thinking about, quitting their job and being a stay-at-home parent. Someone could be thinking about taking a new position or a promotion or something and thinking about how that'll affect the grand scheme of things within the dynamic. For some of you, this is a new relationship though that could be coming together soon, in which for some of you could have come after like both of you or one person got out of a different relationship. For some of you, you're just not sure, maybe with like your own work life or just maybe the lifestyles perhaps of how it would work together. But again, we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles out here with the Emperor card. Whether you be masculine or feminine, I'm just seeing two people who could like make something very, very abundant and beautiful together. Very structured. Very structured. For some, maybe on one side or maybe both sides, there could be some like questions, like some self-questioning of like, is this something that you want? Is this something that you think would be a good fit? Maybe one side, one person might be ready, the other person could be going through questions or something like that. But I'm getting patience as well. If you care about the person, you care about each other, allow for some time for things for either both of you or for one person to balance and to like make the decisions on how they feel about the situation. Which could be why there's the Two of Swords energy here. Someone could be going within and trying to find that sense of direction with the Two of Wands on how to handle the situation, or maybe how making plans to approach. But again, there could just be a time that is needed, a time for healing. With this Ten of Swords starting out the tarot, there could still be some healing on one or both sides. But ultimately, I'm seeing this as something that is divinely like protected if you two want it. If you're already in it. Like whatever decision you make in regards to work or just within the currently existing relationship dynamics that you already have, like ultimately Given time, like everything will work out for its greatest and highest good. But again, I'm being brought back to like healing energy, maybe on one side or both sides, with like the like medical staff here. But I'm also getting like the divine, like your angels, your spiritual team, is helping for this to happen, so this can come together for some of you if you do want a relationship or you're already in a relationship. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. We got 8 cards there. Then we're gonna get maybe one more. We'll see. One more though. Oh, they gave us 2 more. So you got the Page of Wands, and then we've got the High Priestess. I was talking about High Priestess energy with the darkness, the Moon card. Getting new spiritual downloads, discoveries, inspiration, new knowledge. Again, those keys with the wings on them, with the crown. Crowns of wisdom. Again, I was talking about the crowns on the King and the Queen of Pentacles as well, having the flowers on them, like blooming within the mind, new mindsets, new growth. And the 2 cups with the Page of Wands, the High Priestess, that's like 212 energy. I'm looking at the wand as a 1. Getting 2 becoming 1. There being a lot of potential within your current relationships for even more growth, like through more inspiration, or just a new relationship for some of you if you're looking for one coming together, in which there is a lot of limitless potential, especially with this King and Queen of Pentacles out here and the 2 of Cups. Like there's a lot of room for growth. And I don't even know how to describe it, like not just materially, but like spiritually, like for spiritual growth. And I'm looking at the 2 pillars, black and white, the masculine, the feminine. Again, I'm getting like yin and yang, but 2 becoming 1. In your current relationships already, 2 as 1. When 1 wins, the whole wins. Like it's an equal exchange with the 2 of Cups, a sharing of cups. I'm also getting some new passion, some new excitement for some. Could be within your current relationships, or just within a new relationship, or within your own life if you're single. Like I'm also getting this as a melding and unifying of the masculine and feminines within each individual as well. Increased intuition. Again, new downloads. I'm looking at the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. It's like that desert. He's seeing all the growth in this wand, not even focused on the desert, but the ideas, the inspiration that some of you are going to receive is going to be that pinnacle, which turns that desert into this like field, like not a field, but like just a place of life, of growth. I'm hearing oasis in my head. Trust yourselves. Again, with the 2 of Swords sitting in front of the water, like don't be afraid to take the time when you can, because I understand not everybody, especially if you have families and things like that, where you can always just, oh yeah, I need some time to myself. I'm gonna go meditate, woosah a little bit. Like, yeah, I can imagine that might be hard, especially if you have kids or young kids at that. But that time that you can have to go within to connect, even if it's like while you're just taking a bath or taking a shower, like that's also when you're gonna get those downloads, that inspiration, maybe for a new idea that could lead to like um business ownership for some. Again, with all this fire energy though and the transformation, I'm getting a purifying energy. And for some, this is within relationships. For some, this is if you come together with another person, like it's going to bring like a purifying aspect. I'm getting a sense of burden release, like yo, just healing. Thinking about the Ten of Swords now, like something being purified though. Yeah, hoping to release something maybe, to heal something. Oh, look, when we're talking about the time doesn't necessarily heal all wounds all the time, but over time those wounds like they close up more and more, they heal more and more, like there grows distance from the time in which you think about it. It doesn't hurt as much when you think about it. But I'm getting like, yo, this a sacred union, a sacred connection within the connections that you already have, within a new connection for some, or just within the connection that you have within yourself. Something is just very healing at this time, a process of healing, a time for healing. And this is around the world as well. This is within relationships with just people that you meet in life in general, like every day, at work, at home, in your family, people that you pass on the street. Like there's an opportunity for understanding, for healing. To hold a sacred space for another person. Alrighty, so I don't know how I just had this flipped in my hands, but on the split here, we've got three different splits. Like I don't I don't know, but I'm talking about it. So we got the Lovers card there. I always forget to cover this card. Damn. We've got Justice there, and then on the other side, we've got the Star. I could have covered it right then. My bad. But we got the Star. Yo, there's just something very healing, especially within your current connections, within yourself. Again, like just one integrating more wholly their own masculine and feminine energy, but especially like with new connections coming together. And again, I'm being drawn back to like spiritual business as well, but like no, these just being sacred unions. Like there's going to be something very healing for some of you who are coming into new relationships. And on this card, it's the strength of two together. Like I was talking about that with the Two of Cups, as well as with the High Priestess card. The strength of two together, one becoming two. Now I'm getting the Lion King, the second one. I don't remember the song, but it's like something we're like more than each other, we're one. Something like that. Something basically like they're just like we're more than each other separately, but like we're one. And we do have the King and the Queen of Pentacles out here. Like even this doesn't have to be romantically, like this is just partnerships, but like I'm getting something about new spiritual businesses for some of you coming together. Like something that's going to bring healing for not only yourselves but for other people. For some of you, this could just be like the way that you two within your current relationships, if you're already in one or if you're going into one, or just how you love yourself as a person if you're single. Like there being something spiritually healing within the way you treat yourselves or your significant other that can be noticed by other people. Not that you live your relationships or your life for other people, but like that just the way some of you handle this who are watching yourselves, you radiate that type of energy where it's just very healing. And again, with the justice card here on the split as well, like this is for some of you, like the justice is like you're going to get into a very sacred relationship, and it's going to help, like it's gonna in a sense be the justice to the Ten of Swords, but it's going to be the healing that, like, it's each of our own jobs to heal ourselves through things, but like I'd be oblivious if I said like, two people coming together in love, like real love, like can't be not like isn't not healing because you're watering each other, you are nurturing each other to bloom, like pushing each other to grow in a healthy sense, especially if you've not been in something like that before, or you're coming out of something from the past where it didn't end well, like it was painful, it caused deep wounds. For like I'm getting that this next relationship for some of you, or the relationship that some of you are in now, from the relationships that you had previous to this, like this is just, it's a healing connection for you, a healing connection, a spiritual connection, a balanced union connection, equality. Maybe something in which, again, like the Lover's card, they're naked. The Star card, she's naked. The Justice card, truth. The Darkness Moon card, she's naked. Like being able to express your true, authentic, genuine selves, and like being loved and cherished for that, not having to change to make the other partner comfortable, but changing because you are both, you have or you will like push each other and encourage each other to grow more into your authentic selves and more within your own lives, like just learning new things as well as spiritually, like connecting more to your own spirituality, like not having to hide who you are, being able to be clear and being treated fairly because of it, because you treat each other fairly. Or as a single person, being treated fairly because you, like the energy you put out is one of, I'm just getting healing auras, welcoming auras in which you allow other people to feel comfortable to express and be themselves more. Some of you bring, like your energy brings a sense of balance to other people that allows them to tap into their own authenticity and like spirituality or truth a little bit more, to feel safer to do so. Again, like I said, I don't know how I was holding these cards in which I had them back to back 3 times, or like three different splits like that, but it was for a reason because it goes in line with what we were just talking about earlier. But especially with that, like I'm not getting any more tarot. We're getting into the Ascension Oracle now. Because that feels a lot like what this current relationship that some of you are in, the relationships that you just have with yourselves, or the relationships that some of you are going to be getting into in the future. Like, it is just, it's going to be a catalyst for further ascension, for further growth along your soul and spiritual path. It's like journey to its greatest and highest good. Get you another shuffle. And it's all part of the adventure, as well as from going south node to north node. Again, for some of you, this is something that is coming into, like, manifesting with this Page of Pentacle into the 3D if it hasn't already and you're not already in one. For some of you, if you want a relationship, that is, with this quickening card, like the divine is guiding this, the light is being granted, and for some of you this is going to lead to marriage. Like, this person here is wearing a wedding dress and they have like a tiara in their hair, or like something in their hair. Again, for some of you, if you've been in your head about not having a relationship, like, given time, like, the divine is aligning and bringing into your life, like, this ideal partner who is going to be in alignment with you in a way that some of you haven't experienced before. Again, somebody could be coming out of something. Both of you could be coming out of something. Both of you could have just been living your own separate lives, but going through your own healing process, which is different for everybody and takes time. Piecing yourselves together. Not saying anybody's incomplete or anything like that, but like, just through that healing process and things like that, like making that picture whole. And then some of these final pieces are going to be another person. Unfolding light. Card number 18. This is unfolding in divine timing. Relationships aside, businesses aside, like the whole process of purifying, releasing, healing, things coming to the surface, being let go or integrated. Like, everything, the process for each of us unfolds in its divine time. All you can do is go through the process and try not to fight it as much as possible to cause any unnecessary, like, hindrances or restrictions, because the less you do, like, the more we can surrender to the divine through everything in life, really. Like, the more it is going to help for the natural process and order of things within our own life timelines and soul's journey to unfold more naturally and less painfully, in a sense. But yeah, because sometimes, we'd be like kicking and fighting and screaming like, no, I don't want it to go like this. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to handle it like this. But the divine's like, shh, come on, like, I got it. Like, just trust in the divine timing. Like, let the clock spin, let the gears work and meld into each other so that one gear can turn the other gear. And the next thing you know, you're looking back and you got some new spiritual knowledge or some lessons that you've integrated and that you now have that you didn't have before, new keys of knowledge on how to handle your next relationship and things like that. And then the divine's sitting there looking at us like, see, now, like, wasn't everything's for a purpose, right? It doesn't always feel like that, though, sometimes, I know. But besides the point, yeah, connecting with nature, birds, doves. So for some of you, this could be like mourning something in regards to just something that has changed. Like, this is a process that you've gone through in the past. It doesn't have to be currently, in which, like, this is helped you to reach the point in which you're already at. If you're beyond all of this, where you can, if you're still listening to this, you just know, like, okay, yeah, like this makes sense. Like, I know what I went through. I know I had to go through this, and that, and everything unfolded in divine timing. And I don't know, like it kind of, it just is what it is, kind of, that kind of thing. Somebody could like red lipstick or pink lipstick, but yeah. Again, I'm being drawn back. Some might be in like cosmetology, something like that. Something in the beauty industry, or you just like to wear some colorful lipsticks for some of you. Again, though, I'm getting more third eye and crown chakra activations, as well as heart chakra. But something about the world. The world is just going through a process of healing, of renewing, raising the consciousness to bring new perspectives, like just looking around the world at different things. I don't really watch the news like that, but like, man, yeah, I'll just see so much when I do catch it, like on my phone, like little articles or something, or on the Google homepage, like, oh, like this, and this is happening. It's like the world is going through a major shift. You know, unfortunately, sometimes things get bad before they get good. But that's why I hope the people who are watching this, like this readings to help you further into your spiritual paths, greatest and highest good, like the journey to that, because each person who raises their vibration, their consciousness, who elevates themselves is able to bring that energy and anchor that higher vibrational energy on Mother Earth for the whole consciousness of the collective around the world to be transmuted, alchemized, and raised. And unfortunately, like, it's not something that's just easy. Like, it's probably far less of us working to obtain and go through this process than there is around, but like, it's the light outshines the darkness in the end. Like, it doesn't take a big light to illuminate a whole lot of darkness. Like, it's also kind of like moths to the flame. Like, when people see the light, sometimes, you know, sometimes they want to put the light out, but like other times it's like, yo, it just causes them to gravitate towards it. But and those seeds, that one seed, whatever it is that can be planted for another person, can eventually bloom into something beautiful, in which they're able to do the same for another person. And it's a chain effect, it's a cycle. It's the unfolding of consciousness and light. Card number 31, stop doing, start being. Be the change you want to see. If you want to make a difference, be the difference. Be different. Do something differently. May want to listen to sleep meditations for some, or again, just try and take some time to meditate to help ground yourselves in the energy that's being transmuted and alchemized so it can be transmuted and alchemized. I'm sure you're trying to get a good night's rest. Again, maybe some sleep meditations can help do that. Can help to tune and balance chakras while you're sleeping. Or listen to it in the background, maybe if you can, during the day. Transitioning worlds. Card number 28 adds up to a 10. Card number 31 adding up to a 4. Card number 9 18 adding up to 9, which is like the beginning of the completion of a cycle, creating a more sturdy foundation, entering into a new cycle, closing out that cycle completely. 10 breaking down to 1. Endings and beginnings. You may want to work on the crown chakra, the third eye chakra, the throat chakra, the gold star chakra. The last 2 times I brought this card out, I kept saying the soul star chakra, but I said it for a reason. So maybe the soul star chakra to help activate like your get that higher knowledge of maybe some past life information, like that blueprint, your soul's blueprint kind of thing. But the gold star chakra, it's the chakra right below the lower heart chakra, I believe, and right above the solar plexus. But the root chakra and the earth star chakra as well. Some of you are about to start getting more downloads. Also, hair as an antenna. This hair here is channeling all these downloads, and the crown is illuminated. Again, I was talking about with the King and the Queen of Pentacles, the crown, the flowers on the crown, like blooming, new growth, like new mind shift changes, new perspectives are being gained. Card number 27, infinite abundance. For some of you, again, like single in a relationship, coming into a relationship, this is just through this disciplined process, like unlocking infinite abundance and potential within oneself with this Page of Wands card again. Limitless potential. Seeing that desert turn into that lush green, fruitful, no longer desert, but land that is now filled with trees and grass and flowers in a new field that's ready to have more seeds planted for another harvest. Some of you, though, you're going to, again, be getting some divine downloads and inspiration, creative ideas, things of that nature, which are going to help you to create new abundance. This isn't even just physical, material abundance. This is also spiritual abundance within. Like having your spiritual cup overflowing. The light is shining on you. You are the seed. You are the seed. That golden seed. Like this person's got like a seed for a head. Now I'm seeing like that seed for a head, like right here now, like burst open and blooming in all these different directions. And that's card number 28. This is card number 27. Like this is, for some of you, this is an ascension process or Kundalini awakening, activation further. Like it's just like, it's like a countdown. It's something that as you keep working through it, it's inevitable in a sense. Like even if it takes multiple lifetimes, it's like inevitable that you're going to reach this point where you have this complete awakening. But it's a countdown. Nurture. Card number 21. For some of you, this is nurturing new ideas. For some of you, this is a new child. For some of you, you're going to have a child and this connection. Again, for some of you, this is just spending more time during the holidays if you have children, with your children, connecting more maybe. Some of you are going to have you already do, you're going to have some very spiritually inclined, wise beyond their years children. And they're going to be so not only because you're putting in the work on yourselves. If you are, I hope the people who are watching this and click on the video for a reason. If you're still watching this, like for a reason, but like the way you nurture yourselves as well. Also, I'm getting like connections, like the way partners treat each other is like how the kids will see things. Also, how you pour into them will make a difference in how they grow. They are seeds. They are the seed of the future generations. And they have the potential to be wise beyond what we've seen. Because for some of you who are in these sacred connections, or you're making your relationships these sacred connections, like it's not inevitable, but like it's gonna pour into the future, your future generations, or the future generations in general, even if it's not from you. Like the people who are teaching the future generations, the more healed we are and they are, the more of a better chance like the future generations will have. Card number 14, freedom. Some of you could connect to the fairy realm, to the elemental realms, to nature, spirits, animals. Also getting just free-spirited, free to be your authentic selves, to grow, to expand, having limitless potential again. Getting Sirius star seeds, I'm getting Arcturian, also Blue Avian. As well as Pleiadians. Ascension symptoms. Some of you are definitely going through it, but the planet is going through it. Mother Earth is going through it. Again, some of you, you're going to be connecting more to your starseed family, maybe. And they're connecting with you and helping you through this process, whether you're aware of it or not. Same thing with interdimensional beings for some of you, if you're open to receiving that help. As well as the angels. I'm looking at the dove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to get one more. Mind garden. A renewal of mind, a blooming within the mind, ascending within the mind, which is raising little by little in every area where each person is doing it, the consciousness around the world. It's a network, it's a system. I'm getting Mycelia Kingdom, the Mushroom Kingdom. Where it's like I saw something one time where it like it was a map of, we'll say like New York, but it was a map of a place where it was like a city, and it had all the different like paths, the streets, everything like that. And then they released mycelia, like mushrooms, the fungi network on it. And like it was like the way they structured it, like they formed a better flowing diagram of what like the streets and things like that should look like. I don't know how to describe it exactly off the top of my head, but it was like basically without like the mycelia kingdom, like the mushrooms and everything like that, like yo, a lot of things in nature wouldn't be what they are and like would not sustain really. But the mushrooms, like we are the mushrooms budding and sprouting all over the we have strategically been born in the places where we have been born to go through our awakenings and ascension processes where we have so that we can be spread around the world to more effectively raise the consciousness of the whole globe little by little. Like it'd be different and wouldn't quite work as well if we were all in the same town and whatnot, and then the rest like it just wouldn't be the same if it was all okay. Yep, we're all here in New York. We're all here in Colorado. We're all here in California. We're all here in Australia. We're all here in wherever London. Blah blah blah. Like in one place, like all just joined. Like it wouldn't be effective for Earth. And so, sometimes things seem harder. It might seem like you're more a little isolated and secluded from, like, as we go through this process, but it is in the divine order of things so that things can unfold. Light, the consciousness can be unfolded and risen in the most effective way to help Mother Earth, to help the whole collective. All right. And that was card number 11. That's a portal. That's a portal. Transitioning Worlds card. There's a portal right in the middle. The way out is within. All right, we're gonna flip to random stone here. And we've got tourmalinated quartz. Alright. This beautiful and unusual mineral is a combination of quartz with inclusions of black tourmaline, which is also called squirrel. Squirrel. SCHORL. I'm going to say squirrel. Sodium, iron, aluminum, borosilicate, hydroxide. The best examples come from Brazil. They vary from clear quartz to snow quartz, with the black tourmaline in strands or visible clumps. The quartz is the dominant crystal form in its typical hexagonal system. However, the different linear structure of the black tourmaline is visible within. This melding of these two minerals creates a powerful combination in healing terms. Clear quartz is an amplifier, one of the most common and powerful crystal healing tools used to increase energy in the system. Black tourmaline acts like a conductor, picking up any stray elements of negativity and sending them into the neutralizing zone of the earth. Kind of like us all being spread out, like to not neutralize, but like we're in the neutral zones in a sense, the more spread out we are, so that we can more effectively raise everywhere. But this combination makes tourmalinated quartz one of the most powerful cleansing and purifying crystals to use in a healing context. It also exerts a powerful effect on an environment, helping to neutralize high levels of radiation or electromagnetic energy that may be causing stress to the body or its symptoms or systems. Keep it by a computer or on top of a television, for example, to neutralize unwanted electromagnetic waves. You might want to keep a piece in your pocket for your phone with like 5G frequencies and things like that. Tourmalinated quartz also aligns the chakra system and integrates it into the Earth's own grid. So again, we were talking about being placed out or like scattered around the grid of the Earth, helping to alleviate symptoms of environmental stress that can be caused by constant bombardment from radio waves, microwaves, and cell phone masts. Okay, we were just talking about cell phones. All right, physical emotional uses: an exceptional, powerful, purifying and cleansing crystal, eliminating physical or psychic toxins from the system, helps to neutralize effects of the electromagnetic stress, restores the balance of the entire chakra system, and realigns the energy field with the natural geopathic grid of the earth, clears the mind of clutter or negativity and establishes clear patterns of thought, clears negative emotional issues relating to the past, enabling a fresh start to be made. Ceiling effects and healing layouts place over the top of the head and between the feet to enable a flow of energy throughout the whole system. And then personal uses. Place in the home, by a computer or television, or in a healing space to cleanse and purify the environment. Alright, I think we're just going to get you one more. Aquamarine. Alright, I'm not going to read all the other stuff. I'm just going to read what it... Okay, here. And crystal healing aquamarine is a vital tool in cleansing and clearing the water element, a symbol of our emotions and feelings. So this would be a good one to use when we're talking about like the darkness, the moon, the resurrection energy, all the water energy, things resurfacing, things of that nature, to help to balance that equilibrium. Our bodies are over 70% water in their makeup, and therefore keeping this element balanced is crucial. Talking about balance. We breathe in the air element. Physically, we are made of minerals from the earth element, and we transmit sparks of energy or fire between every one of the millions of nerve endings in our bodies. Yet the water element is the most relevant, perhaps because originally we evolved from creatures who lived in the sea. Aquamarine helps to cleanse the water element within, clearing away emotional toxicity and bringing inner peace. Alright, physical and emotional uses. An excellent crystal to boost the thymus chakra, enhancing immunity and keeping the bridge clear between the heart chakra and the throat chakra. Encourages creative verbal expression and harmonious communication. Soothes powerful feelings such as grief or loneliness. So again, could help with healing from past emotional wounds of any kind. Cools infection and reduces inflammation. Healing effects. Place raw stones over the breastbone or at the throat to facilitate these chakras and enhance communication. Hold over any area that are inflamed or painful. Personal uses. Wear to enhance communication and enable your highest truth to be expressed in the world. Alright, so that was aquamarine and tourmalinated quartz. And with that, that's where I'm going to leave this reading for you all. Hope you enjoyed the message, got whatever information that you needed out of it, and I hope that it did resonate. If you did find this message useful, please like, comment, share, subscribe, or if you just enjoyed the vibe. Other than that, I love you. I hope you all continue to feel loved, feel blessed, and know that you are blessed. And have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. And just make sure you try and get outside nature. Connect with the animals, get some fresh air, and just find out what synchronicities the world has to offer you. With that being said, I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.